It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. It was arguably the biggest story of the previous offseason. In fact, I would say it is the biggest story of the previous offseason. Kevin Durant and his decision about whether or not to leave Oklahoma City. But here we are, more than a year later, and the dust has settled. Do you guys think it was the right move, Kenny?
Well, it seems clear now that he just wasn't on the same page as OKC, but I don't know if it was the best move because, I mean, Ernie, they were in the conference finals. But he's going to the team that was in the NBA finals. So if you're looking at winning, good move for him.
Kenny, leave him alone. It's hard to fault KD for giving himself the best chance to win. Yeah, he took a lot of flack for leaving OKC, but so what? All I do is win, 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 no matter what, baby.
Hey,
good move, KD.
And leave Kenny alone. And now let's take it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off. Thanks for joining us.
Why are you always sticking up for Kenny and not me?
On the floor for the visiting Golden State Warriors. At center, at power forward, Draymond Green. At shooting, Klay Thompson. At the other guard position, Stephen Curry. At the other forward position, Kevin Durant. The head coach is listening to the Steve Kerr.
Defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors and Chicago. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Golden State will get the first possession. Outside Durant to the middle. Lopez with the steal. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. And it's Pachulia in at the 5, down low. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Bulls on D. From deep. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Chris, for years it seems that we've been waiting on that one season where Wade falls off and isn't an all-star level player anymore. But every year he comes in and is as impactful as ever.
No, that's what's incredible about Wade. He's done it for so long. In my opinion, one of the greatest two-guard scorers ever to play. He's changed his method of scoring. We all have to as you get older, but he still gets buckets.
Here's Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
I mean, this guy is almost 7 feet. Durant runs the floor beautifully, knowing where to be at all times in transition.
Levine with it. Now Green defending, and it's Wade in the corner. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Wade's got 5 now.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Thompson from long range. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Fred Hoiberg gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what he thought might give them an edge in this game. He said shot blocking. To be able to protect the rim really is invaluable, and it's one of the things that sets us apart. See if they can lock down the paint tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So their focus, guys, is going to be on defense right away.
And that's always a good philosophy. Don't let an opponent get settled. Try to take them out of their game early.
You know what, guys? One of the things that stand out to me is how well their team communicates on defense. I mean, they function as a unit. That's why defense is a weapon for them.
Dunn kicks to Wade. Over Durant. They grab their own miss. Lopez. Excellent D there from Pachulia.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go in the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really have the same effect. No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Lopez against Pachulia. Lopez dishes to Dunn. Mirotic has a wide open look, and that one's on target from the wing.
Well, when the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg, they wanted him to revamp the offense. Hasn't exactly gone to plan as the Bulls have struggled on the offense under Hoiberg. However, the team has stayed competitive.
Now here's Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. And they pick up 2. Curry's got his first points of the game.
The feel Curry has for scoring inside always looks like he has the situation under control.
And with Hoiberg, he came in wanting to play a more perimeter shooting and up-tempo type of basketball. But the personnel, Chris, just hasn't been a good match.
And part of it is the front office getting players who can't really hurt you from deep. But Hoiberg's responsibility is to make the most of the talent on the roster. It hasn't been an easy path for him with this team's talent.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
I mean, look, he's going end to end. There aren't many guys in this league who can stay matched up with Curry. He's too smart, too quick, too fast, too good.
Now, here's Wade. He has 5. Lopez kicks to Dunn. And again, Chicago. No good. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Pachulia. Now Chicago's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
I like the awareness on the court from Wade. He's excellent at scanning the floor to set up the open teammate.
And here's Thompson after the three-pointer from Zach Levine. Thompson passes to Curry. Curry with another miss.
He hasn't been very precise at all.
Here's Dunn. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Dunn's got his first points of the night.
And it's awesome to see Dunn works in his effective mid-range jumper. So sharp, so accurate.
Here's Wade. Here's Portis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. This is his first free throw of the game.
Bobby Portis. At the line for the Bulls.
No good on the free throw. And Chris, you played during an era against a team that many consider the greatest of all time, that 96 Chicago Bulls team with Jordan and Pippen and a great roster. Just thinking back to that team during that second three-peat, what was it like when you were going up against that Bulls team?
So tough to play against that team. Jordan, arguably the best player that's ever laced them up, and Pippen was so tough offensively and rebounding. Rodman as well on the boards, and then you had guys in a system that was, just really too much. It's hard to say. Of course, in my opinion, having played against them, they're the best team of all time. But Bill Russell once told me, ghosts can't play, so don't get caught up in comparing errors that you really can't prove it. So, yeah, of course they're the best of all time to me, but it's fun watching these young kids play together.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And again, no good by Golden State.
D, a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost them.
Offensive rebound. Grant, that's good.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Good on the three-point shot. Livingston's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now, deep shooting, not a core element of Livingston's game, but he'll take it.
And Holiday kicks to Wade. Here's Portis. He's covered by Iguodala. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. Goes back up. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Bulls shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
At the line for the Bulls. One shot.
The free throw drops for Grant. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. McCaw kicks to Livingston. Off target from three-point range. Holiday. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Well, it does a couple of things. It gives you more opportunities, but it all...
The Bulls leading by 10. And one thing that Steve Kerr has done so well in his coaching tenure is his ability to handle multiple stars on the same team. You look back at the history of this league, and it isn't always smooth sailing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this much talent on teams, you can get guys clashing. But Kerr has the team playing as a unit, and players are happy to sacrifice their own stats for playing better basketball. He has everyone buying into the culture they've created.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Livingston is out there with McCaw. And it's West, then there's Iguodala. And it's Young in at the 3 slot. Wade kicks to Portis. Grant with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Wade outside. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Livingston. Wade can't hit.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
To the middle. Over in the corner, Livingston. Off target with his 3.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
Such a wide open look. Wade's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago.
That's why you can't stay off of Wade, especially when he's handling the ball. He pulls up on you in a heartbeat.
Here's Young. Good D by Wade. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by Golden State.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Iguodala outside. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Oh, you had to close out hard on Iguodala. He's made himself a true threat from beyond the arc.
Wade kicks to Holiday. Back to Wade. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Outside Holiday. Off the pick. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Holiday's got his first bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Chris, during your career, you always had incredible footwork in the post. Who are some of the bigs that impress you with their footwork today?
Oh, wow. I think you have to look down in New Orleans. I mean, they have two great examples in Cousins and Davis, two guys that can dance with the best of them. Look at Minnesota and that young fella Cat there, the way that he plays and moves his feet and how he handles it in the post. You have to love it, but I love where the big men are today because they have great footwork. They have the skill set of the small guys and still use their size, but those three come to mind right now.
It's not a lost art either. I think guys realize that their footwork is sometimes their ticket to a good career.
They're better, and if not, they need to open the basketball history books and look at guys like Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, two of the best ever with footwork. And that's why, you know, it's fun growing up playing other sports because it prepares you for basketball. It prepares you having to quit work and having to be a big guy but still being light on your feet.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Wade. Lean comes in for Justin Holiday, and it's done in for Grant.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Portis kicks to Mirotic, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Mirotic has got his second bucket.
Look at Mirotic's touch inside. Mirotic understands how to score deep in the paint.
Iguodala, no good.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Mirotic's shot is off. Warriors trail by 14. Iguodala kicks to Green, and Green slams it in.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Now here's Levine. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Mirotic, Portis, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Portis has got 5 now.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Durant for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Mirotic has it in the corner. Offline with his 3. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
You know, yeah, I think back to when I was fortunate enough to join the Warriors as a rookie, made the playoffs as a rookie. Then the next year I didn't come back, and it was strange to see them not in the playoffs for such a long time. But look at how far this franchise has come since those days.
Mirotic, the screen. Pass to Portis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 7.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Warriors trail by 13. And the Warriors, as you said, Chris, have come so far from their years of despair back in the 90s. Couldn't happen to a better, more supportive group of fans.
Let me tell you something. From the days I played there, or of course before that, the Warriors fans have always been known as some of the most loyal fans in the NBA. Whether the team is up, whether the team is down, whether it's thick, thin, or whether it's sunny outside, or whether it's a storm. These are some of the loudest fans, one of the loudest arenas in all sports.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 7 points for Nikola Mirotic.
And this is what Mirotic does best. A knockdown three-ball specialist. Doesn't hesitate in pulling the trigger. Talk about ugly. I mean, no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Pachulia, he's checked in for Golden State. Now, here's Dunn, guarded by Curry. Dunn with it. Right side, Levine. The feed to Mirotic. Pulls it from the elbow. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Curry outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Warriors.
You know, that's the thing about Curry. He gets so much defensive attention. I mean, it doesn't even faze him anymore.
There's a good screen. Dunn with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist from Dunn.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to 13 after the bucket is good from Pachulia. So the wing on the left launches it. Knocked loose. Here's Lopez, and that's going to be a travel.
Substitution.
5 seconds left to play here in the half. And here's Young from the arc. That shot misses. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Bulls. They lead by 13. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 13-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. One guy who's been getting it done so... Chicago leading by 13. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. And it's Wade in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Clock at 6. Dunn with it. Now Green defending. 16 feet away. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
I love seeing Dunn use his creative side to get these calls. He is simply amazing at putting defenders in a tough spot.
And the first one at the line is good. And of course, NBA players have all reached this pinnacle through dedication. through very hard work. Chris, can you talk about the hard work and effort that goes into playing and succeeding at this NBA level?
Well, if you're in high school or middle school, when your friends are at the movies, you're on the basketball court. When your friends are hanging out at a party, you're at the basketball court. When your friends and his family on vacation, you're at the basketball court. I don't think many people understand the dedication. You know, for many guys, it's more than 4 hours a day in the gym, and a lot of that is just sitting in the gym, just smelling the gym. You know, of course you're going to work out, of course you're going to shoot, but it's everything basketball. You know, on my wall I had Dominique, Magic, Bird, I had all these guys, Isaiah, cut out magazines, and I would put their pictures on my wall and work out and do push-ups looking at them. And I would know their moves. I would know everything. You know, I remember Kenny Smith after his dunk contest. He stood at the free throw line and threw the ball between his legs, threw it off the backboard and dunked. I went in the backyard in Detroit, shoveled the snow, and we worked on that dunk all night, freezing. I mean, you have to love it. So, you know, when you love something, my father taught me, it's not work. And so you got to start with the love, and then all the other work and dedication is just part of the journey.
I love the message, but boy, I like that Kenny Smith story. That is a great story.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Warriors trail by 15. Now Curry. 10 points for him. For three. And that one is off.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
No problems knocking that one down. Levine's got 8 points.
And the height Dunn possesses is what allows him to see the floor so well. So good at setting up his guys for quality shots.
Durant, that's good.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start. And when Mirotic first came over to the NBA, he made a big splash, showed that he can act as that stretch 4 and contribute. Unfortunately, he just hasn't evolved as a player since that rookie year.
Then what is crazy is that it doesn't even look like it's hard for Durant out there. It's like he's bored with dismantling every defense he sees.
Outside, Levine. He feeds it to Wade. Over Durant. And that one goes long. Warriors trail by 13. Thompson up top. Mirotic grabs the miss. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Last season, one thing this Bulls team did was attack the glass. We're used to seeing them rebound well on the defensive end. They also did great work, Chris, getting second chance points.
Yeah, you love the fight and attitude every player has in the paint. Everyone on this roster can go up and steal you an extra possession if you don't box them out.
He's off on the first.
And Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. Scores the ball, distributes it well, and also pounds the glass aggressively.
Chicago making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Pachulia. And the second free throw, good. And one thing that everyone was concerned about with the Warriors was that they had lost too much on defense when they signed Durant. Ended up not being the case at all.
Not at all. It took them a few weeks to gel, but they went right back to being a top defensive team. And when you look at Durant, his play, he was one of the best two-way players in the league that past season. And it still has defense that could win them games, even if their offense is struggling.
Justin Holiday's checked in for the Bulls. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. It's Durant on the wing. Wade is covering. And then Durant with the dunk.
When Durant dunks the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
Poked away, stolen by Thompson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, his Splash brother might own the record, but if Curry wasn't in the league, we might talk about Klay Thompson as the best shooter ever. I mean, incredibly high three-point percentage for his career, and one of the prettiest, smoothest, nicest shooting strokes you'll ever see.
Sharon Grant, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. Golden State also making some changes. David West, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Lopez, a screen on West. Outside Holiday. No good that time. And Golden State will go the other way with it. And with Klay having claim to best shooter, if not for Curry, see whether the numbers back it up. Klay has the most threes in a season for anyone not named Curry.
Well, I mean, he definitely passed the eye test as one of the greatest shooters. No wasted motion, lightning fast release. Just watching Klay is amazing with how he is able to shoot the rock.
And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on the team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
A 3-ball. Iguodala, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. .144 left in the third quarter. Holiday left side. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Holiday's got 5 points so far. Iguodala outside. Kicks to West. Back to Iguodala. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And he makes the first. And Grant drops them both.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title, but this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Grant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Young from the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the Bulls finally committing, Greg, to a full rebuild this last offseason.
Yeah, and trading Butler was the start of it. I mean, they got some young players to build around and a pick, and it won't be an easy road ahead, but one they felt they needed to make.
Over in the corner, Livingston. It's good from long range. 8 points for him.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Wade passes to Portis. Feeds it to Grant. The wide open look here for Holiday. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Iguodala outside. Screen by Young. Iguodala outside. And the pass to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. Beyond the arc. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Chicago. They finish off the third quarter with a big 11-3 run. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Keep competing, guys. Keep competing. Hey, we made the extra pass all quarter. Great job. Great job. Keep that movement out there. All right, keep attacking.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Warriors trail by 16, and Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Iguodala. Pachulia is out there with West. And there's Livingston. And it's McCaw in at the shooting guard. They get the rebound and the rejection by Iguodala.
And the ability to go vertical, I mean, Iguodala's a sneaky shot blocker.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And Markkanen throws it down.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to waste that effort. You want to cash in on these extra possessions. They certainly did that time.
Chicago making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Green comes in for West, and Curry subbed in for Patrick McCaw. Curry. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
The beautiful shooting form and consistent shooting form of Steph Curry.
And the nice replay of the long-range three-pointer, courtesy of Under Armour. The Unleash Chaos moment. Markkanen in the corner. Fires the three. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, you hear the term coach on the floor often, but it's usually reserved for point guards, but Draymond Green deserves that title too. He's the general for this team when calling out defensive plays and assignments. I mean, Draymond essentially just helps run the team's defense every trip down the floor.
Lopez, he's checked in for Chicago.
I mean, just the ultimate glue guy. Green's strongest asset may be his ability to contribute across the board.
Holiday gets the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And with Draymond, a lot of guys can just bark out stuff on defense. But you know what? He studies the opposition. He watches a lot of tape, and really he is so prepared, Chris, going into a game.
Well, you don't get considered to be one of the best defenders in the league without working like Draymond. I mean, he'll break down film on specific players to learn their tendencies. If you miss an assignment, he'll get right in your face about it, regardless of who you are.
Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Here's Dunn. Levine wide open. Offensive rebound. Lopez. And he lays it straight in. And the Bulls lead by 21.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Iguodala dishes to Pachulia. Here's Curry with the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Curry against Levine. It's stolen by Curry.
That's just an awful loss of possession there. But overall, their offense has done a great job swinging the ball and not coughing it up.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Levine with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Mirotic the screen, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they were moving.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Kevin Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala, and it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. Dishes it to Curry. On the wing, Thompson lets it go with a three. Rebound by the Bulls. From 11 feet away, Dunn misses. Warriors trailed by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Justin Holiday. Wade against Durant. Now the dish to Lopez. Pass to Dunn. Wade outside. Pass to Dunn. He kicks to Mirotic. And again, Chicago. No good. And stolen by Dunn. And an intentional foul right there. There's a screen. Levine kicks to Wade. He dishes it to Lopez. Over Pachulia. Pass to Mirotic. Shot clock at 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 21.
Well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the ball.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bulls. Warriors trail by 21. Curry is inside. Count it. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, and the defense is getting discouraged because Steph has been unstoppable tonight.
Wade with it, guarded now by Durant. Wade against Durant. Wade kicks to Lopez. Puts it up from 12, and that's off the glass and in.
Well, the arms of Lopez go on forever, which is why he's able to create for himself deep.
We've got 1:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Chicago.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Wade.
He had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
McCaw, the pass to West. Outside for Curry. A three-pointer is right on target.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
Here's Mwaba, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Bobby Portis, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Dwayne Wade.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And here is Curry. Shoots over Grant. Curry's shot is off.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Jared Grant. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Pachulia. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
Sean Livingston.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And there's the call on Pachulia. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Offensive rebound. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
And great effort on the boards. And what a mean
dunk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And how relentless is this guy? If you're the defense, he's the first one you're looking to block out there.
Jared Grant.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Young from outside, he buries it.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Dwayne, you really got on the glass tonight. How did that happen?
Yeah, coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately, so just trying to get down there and help our big guys out.
Well, you helped him in a big way, Dwayne. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.